Well, welcome back to Australia. Obviously, this is the second time actually in 12 months.
Yes.
You can't keep away from the place.
No, I want to come back every year. And it's my second birthday I'm going to have here in Australia.
Right.
Yeah, I want to come back all the time.
Fantastic. Look, you came last year for Australian Fashion Week, and you're going to be here next week for Australian Fashion Week. I just wanted to ask you, I mean, had you been to Australia before that?
No.
Okay, so what was, when you first landed off the plane, you know, you're looking around, what was your absolute first impression of Australian style? I mean, what hit you first?
Of the style?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I think the first time I went to Australia, it was in Melbourne. So with Scott, we always try to walk around and look what's going on and try to understand the country and the city we're in. And I was really interested by the vintage side and the vintage style of Melbourne. And then I got to Sydney and I thought, wow, this is totally different. And so the look in Sydney is, I think, I recognize something European, you know, and real sexiness and a real fashion forwardness, you say that. But it's also very Australian in the way that it's very, I think, physical, there is a relaxed feeling. I really like that. I love that piece.
There's actually quite a lot of rivalry between Melbourne and Sydney. I'm not sure if you picked that up last year.
Yes, we did understand that. You know, it doesn't make sense because it's so different.
Yeah, and in fact, there's a saying from Melbourne is a lady, Sydney is a tramp. Reflected on the fact that we do like to live in broad shorts and very, very short dresses, whereas Melbourne is a little bit more comme des garçons. All right, tell me about, we're here because you've done these great illustrations, obviously with some great designers. How did the collaboration with Westfield come about?
Well, I think Westfield team, the art factory, contacted me because I think when we came last year it was really a love story between me and Australia. I just loved it. I basically considered how would it be if I came to live here. You know, I really adored it. I love the people I met. I made a lot of friends. I mean, I can't believe how many friends I made, and you know that I keep contact with all the time. I love the fashion shows. I was really inspired, and so I think people could feel it. And my trip to Australia was really had a lot of resonance. People talked about it, and so I think it drew the attention of people from Westfield. And also I know that some of the people from the team were readers of my blog, and that they liked my illustrations. So I felt when they contacted me that there was a real respect and a real understanding of my work. So that's how, you know, this plus Australia, I was like, yes, that's good.
So, I mean, of all the designers that sell, I mean, or that have, you know, outlets at Westfield, how did you choose these particular 7?
I think, you know, I was proposed a lot of different inspiration boards, and those were the ones that I thought could work well, you know, that inspired me to do a drawing. And I don't know, it's just like, for example, for that dress, you know, it took me, I really love, you know, like white dresses like that, and you always want, you know, to have a wind coming to, so, you know, I thought, oh, this could look good like this. And so, you know, it's all about how inspired you are and how you want to show what inspires you in a garment, and what also about what is the woman you think the designer is talking about, and how you think you can translate that in a drawing. So that's how I chose.
Now, the 8th illustration is the Australian It Girl. So who is she exactly?
To me, the Australian girl is like, to me I always say that it's like a Parisian girl. It's very sexy, very stylish, but the Australian girl is something that I love, and she's smiling a lot. You know, she's very kind, and there is something like Parisian girl is always like, you know, seriously
very
sexy.
serious.
Yeah. And so this is to me the Australian It Girl is like that. It's
not
very
modelled on anyone in particular that you saw.
Sorry?
Not modelled on anyone in particular that you saw. Because we've got quite a few.
Yeah, there is a lot. I think my friends that I made here, for me, all the It Girls I know, like Anouk, for example. I don't know where she is. Hello. You are the Australian It Girl.
There you go. Well, you moved for photography is sort of new for you. You are at heart an illustrator. How often do you sort of get commissioned to do illustrations for gigs like this?
Well, the thing with illustration is that I say no a lot because I really, even more than pictures, I really have to feel like my work is going to be respected and understood, you know, because it's so difficult. I actually opened my blog because I was so frustrated of illustration commissions, because usually you have a commission and you do a drawing and people come to you and say, can we have like more pink because people like pink? Can we have bigger boobs, you know, because it's more sexy? And at the end, you know, after like 15, 20 changes, your drawing is just nothing that you like. And so that's why I opened my blog, to be free and to show exactly what I wanted to show. And so I do some illustration commissions, but I really have to understand that the people are going to respect my work and, on the contrary, help me with it. And so that's how I felt with this project. And so that's why I said yes.
Okay, I mean, then you mentioned the blog, obviously. I mean, so social media has obviously played a very big role in I mean, you're familiar with Danny Roberts in Los Angeles?
Yes.
Another great, fantastic illustrator. I mean, he's attributed his entire profile to his blog, Igor and Andre. So I mean, what role has your blog played in promoting you?
I don't, you know, it's changed my life, you know, so it's, yes, I don't even know how to start, you know, it's so different. When I started to be an illustrator, I had this book, you know, and you have to go to see the people and, you know, they don't really care. And it's really very difficult to communicate what you are. And, you know, I think promoting yourself is not so much about exactly your drawings or your photography, or it's more about your universe, you know, and what you... And so it's so difficult to say that to someone in 5 minutes. You know, you can have like great illustrations. You know, you have to convey that, you know, all that thing that... And with the blog, it's great because people can go there and understand me and see, okay, I want to work with that girl. And that's what happens now. And so it's... and they also can see that a lot of people respond to what I say, so it confirms them in their choices. So it's a great tool for communication. There is nothing better. And it's... so direct, you know, when you have an illustration or a picture in a magazine, you don't know what people think about it, except your mother and a few friends, you know, so what do you think? Oh, it's great. And that's it, you know. On the internet, people will say, well, maybe, you know, I prefer the one the day before, or, oh, that's lovely, or, you know, and you can really, that's why I opened the blog, is because not only I want it to be free, but I also wanted to have, like, direct feedback.
And you get hundreds of comments a day.
Yeah, that's great.
Which is a little bit hard to handle. Yeah. Well, tell us about this roller coaster ride that you've had as a blogger, because I mean, you really have, haven't you?
What do you mean, like?
Well, you know, you've been blogging for 4 years, and then now all of a sudden, I mean, you're flying all over the world for jobs, to fashion weeks.
I'm a jet setter now.
Yeah, well, that's
right.
That's
what they say. Can't believe it.
I mean, is it that you started the blog because you were kind of frustrated with the fact that you? I mean, do you sort of have to pinch yourself, and does it really surprise you?
Yes. Yes, I never thought I would travel so much and meet so many amazing people. And yeah, sometimes I have to pinch myself. I always like to remember, you know, that okay, it's really hard work and always questioning myself of where I'm going, but and what I want to say and everything. But it's also a dream, and I think, you know, I love that it's a modern dream. You know, it's something that can happen now and could never have happened before, because you always had the filter of the media and the art director before, and now you can be so free and it can, you know, happen to anybody. I mean, I didn't know that I would be a photographer. I didn't know that people would like to read me. Everything happened so naturally, organically, and, you know, it grew like this. So yes, it's a real, how do you say, a dream. It's really a dream.
I think Brian always said he was living the blogger's dream when he met when he met Mark Jacobs. But I mean, I mean, it's fascinating. In one interview, I think he said, "I'm part of the first generation of photographers, or you know, who have sort of basically made their own mark without needing to go through magazines."
Yeah.
I mean,